Hi HCA parents, it's Noelle Hoffmeister again with week 2 of getting your child to read at home. In this COVID crisis, you have partnered with us more than ever in supporting teaching your child, and we just want to make sure that reading doesn't go away in all of this. So last week, we talked about what does a reader look like and is your child a reader? And we said that readers came in all different forms and fashions, not just that quiet girl with a stack of books who sits still. That is one type of reader. There are many types, and your child is a reader, and you have to believe that if you're going to get your child to read. So this week, I want to talk to you about how we're going to do that, some of the nitty-gritties. So the first thing, when it's time for your child to read, and I will tell you, if you are a child of a struggling reader, what's been called a struggling reader, then your anxiety kind of goes up because you know that you're going to get a fight, right? And so you're thinking, oh my gosh, when should I have them read? Should I have them read this morning? How about this afternoon? Let's just put it off, right? Because it's difficult. And so instead of telling them to read, we're going to invite them to read. Now, I want you to think about the word invite. We don't invite people to things that we think are bad, right? You invite someone because you are offering them something good to take part in with you. So you're going to invite your child to read, in part because you believe your child is a reader. And so you're not going to say, time to read. You're going to say, go to bed or go to your room and read. Like, how inviting is that? Your child is going to fight you because they don't feel successful at reading, and reading has been tough for them, right? Like, I don't run marathons because running is hard for me. I don't do the splits because gymnastics is hard. And if someone were like, Noelle, let's go do the splits, I'd be like, no way. The difference is one is a life skill and one is not. So your child is going to fight you if they've been struggling with it because it's hard, and we tend to avoid hard things. So you're going to invite, believing that they're a reader. Now, next, you're going to promise the following. Time, you're going to get limited time. You're not going to do this all afternoon. Sometimes when we start something that we don't want to do that's hard for us, I don't know about you, I don't do cardio forever. I set a timer. If I can get through a half hour, it's the greatest day of my life. This is how some kids see reading. So you have a set time. You're not going to do it forever. Come on, we'll just do it a little while. We'll role play it in a little bit. Number 2, you're going to promise togetherness. I'll be with you. You're going to have the child right next to you, even on your lap if they're still doing that and they're so comfortable and young enough for that. Togetherness. I'll be with you. The third thing, I have tacos just because I needed a third T. Food. People, humans love food. I love food. You love food. Bring a bag of pretzels. Bring a bowl of popcorn. Bring something snacky that they can just keep going and eating. And some kids, especially those movers that we have, they need to be doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. We keep saying, stop moving your feet. Sit still. But really, in reality, they need to be doing a few things at once so that they can focus, so that it is doable and enjoyable. So you're going to promise time, togetherness, and tacos. And then you are going to become present, patient, and peaceful. Now, these are super important. You're going to be present, which means that your phone is going away. Now, I know that we tell kids all the time, put your phone away, put your phone. We are just as bad. I am just as bad. You saying, you know what? I'm going to put this phone away because whatever someone has to tell me can wait. You are the most important thing right now. That speaks volumes to a child. All they want is to be important in your life, and we forget that sometimes. Secondly, you're going to be patient, and I don't just mean patient like hurry. I mean you're going to take a deep breath, and as long as it takes for them to join you in the reading, that's okay. You're still going to come with. You're not going to get angry. They're going to try to push every button. Why? Because they've been studying for years and they know how to push your buttons. They're smart. They know what to do so that you say, fine, we're not going to read. Instead, you're going to be patient. I know it's going to be okay. We'll role play it in a minute. The last thing that you're going to be is peaceful. And what I mean by that is, as soon as they have trouble with a word or don't understand something, kids can sense our anxiety like a dog can sense fear. And so we're going to just be at peace with where the Lord has us and where the Lord has our child. We are all on a journey of learning, and it's not a race. So you're not gonna be anxious if your child has trouble with something. This is just together time with food and a book. It is so much about the social, emotional well-being of your child. Way more than it is about the reading per se, at least to begin with. Because if your child doesn't feel like this is good and happy and safe, then they're not going to want to read any words. So we have to establish all of that. It's going to be okay before we read any words. This is true of any learning situation. If you don't feel safe, you won't take risks. And if you don't take risks, you don't grow. And if you don't grow, you're not learning. And so, as cheesy as all this may sound, and I know it sounds cheesy, it is vital to set that up with your child so that they can read. Now, here you thought that was cheesy. You just wait. This is my dog's cat. I say that because he's eaten out the face of it. This is what my dog does. It makes me wonder if he would do that to us. Regardless, this is my dog's cat, and I just want to go through how this would sound. And then next week, we'll talk about how you coach your child while they're reading. I'm just getting them to do it in this session. And if you have a child who doesn't like reading, you know that getting them to do it is more than half the battle. So this is my child, and first I'm going to invite my child. Hey, sweetie, you know what I'd really like to do with you? Would you read a book with me? I think it would be so fun. And you know what? I've been so busy lately, and I've been cleaning, and this whole COVID thing has me a little cranky. And I'm sorry if I've been cranky. What I really would love is just some time with you. We'll just do it for like 20 minutes or something. I'll set a timer so that we don't go over, okay? And I just want to be with you. How about you go grab that popcorn that I bought the other day? We'll put it in a great big bowl and we'll just sit together and do some reading. Okay? Great. Now, you're going to do that enough times that they feel safe. Then you're going to sit close. Reading, while it's academic, it can't be put in an academic box. It's a box of bonding and love. So here's your child, right? I'm going to put my phone away because I don't want anything to disturb this time with you. Put the phone away, parents. Not away like down next to you because you know you're going to grab it. away, like in the next room. Put it away. Okay. Secondly, patient. You're still a little not sure about this. It's okay. It's gonna be just fine. I'm so excited to be with you. Emphasize the value of the child. Then peaceful. When you start, and let's say that, and we can talk next week about all the different ways that you can read together, but let's say you're reading together and your child has trouble with the word. You're not going to tense up and go, oh, they can't do it. You're not even going to think it. You're going to be peaceful. The Lord made your brain and created you just the way you are, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Let's figure this out together. Now, again, I know that all sounds corny, but if we don't believe that our child can read and we don't go about it in a way that makes them feel safe, they're never going to read. So think about your child being a reader. Start with these steps. Next week, yes, you can have your dog, your cat. Next week, we will talk about the nitty-gritty of what do you say when they don't get the word right? Or do I give them the word? Or can they do something besides sound it out? Like all of those like reading coaching pieces, okay? Till then, work on this safety part and I'll see you next week.